Hi Leo, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. So let's get straight into it. For your key to the week this week, you have the Judgment card. Okay, so no small week ahead is the message, really, right? Remember, with the Judgment card, you are talking about what we would consider a call to action. This is a big card because it always precedes some kind of huge change. And whenever this card shows up, it means that in some way, shape, or form, we are integrating or assimilating the past in some way, shape, or form. So if you have a blast from the past in all of these different areas that we're about to explore, it would not be a surprise to me. And what I really like about this as well is it suggests that you are ready for this. You're hearing the call, right? You're heeding the call for big change that is in the air, and you're just kind of like going with it, right? It's like, okay, yes, I'm a fixed sign. No, I don't usually like change, but I'm going to go with this regardless. With that said, if before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help us all on our paths to our highest vibrational good. So, if you're a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose, and this resonates, hit that subscribe button for your actions and options. You got the Ace of Swords. So for a lot of you, this could be a job interview that shapes up, right? This could be a job interview. It could be a new contract of some sort that you have to sign, but this would be a contract that changes your life in some way, shape, or form. Potentially a contract that changes your status in some way, shape, or form as well. So this could be anything from new job or interview. It could be, maybe maybe you get engaged for some of you. It could also be that you go from being, a home, a renter to a home owner. This could be like, there's a whole bunch of ways that this could show up, but there's likely to be some kind of big change of status this week. Now, in terms of the options that are available to you, well, we already talked about the options really, but in terms of the way that this will show up, your actions are very clear this week, right? So if you're cross-watching for a Leo, their actions are speaking for them, right? You don't have to sit there and try to decipher everything that they're doing or whatever. Watch what they're doing and know that that is what they are telling you, right? Simple as. When it comes to your communications and conversations, you've got the Queen of Swords. So it's possible that there could be some hard conversations this week, right? That Queen of Swords card, it tends to show up as an energy of what we are prepared to fight for, what we're ready to go to war over. It can also be where we have, where we reach a point at which we realize we are being treated unfairly. And as a result of this, or the way that you're communicating this, I think this is what helps you make your very clear decisions. And it's like, from here on in, this is how things are going to go. So this is going to be a very big change in some regard. I'm intrigued by this because it does look like there's going to be some pretty big shifts. So when it comes to oh, come on, brain. When it comes to those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, an air sign woman, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra could feature for you. You've got this with the Ace of Swords, right? So you're changing your mind over something here. And this could be because something that you learn, maybe through your subject matter, maybe from your teacher, maybe about yourself because of a teacher or a lecturer, etc. It's like you see yourself in a very different light. And I think from here, this is going to create some kind of, I don't want to say glow up, but I do feel like that. I think this is going to be at least an intellectual and a professional glow up for all Leos across the board. Now, when it comes to those of you that are employed by somebody else, this is an old opportunity that came up for you. I would say probably, let's go right back to and including, let's say like late September, early to mid-October of 2024. Quite possibly even before that, right? But this is an old opportunity that you didn't quite get to sort of fulfill or to go after because you had more immediate concerns. Well, this time you actually get to move forward with it. When it comes to those of you that are, oh, come on, brain. Yeah, when it comes to those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, this is you fighting, not only fighting over your business, but this is you fighting for your business. It's also you. It's not that you're fighting to create change. It's more that you are creating change, and there are going to be some growing or some teething pains because of it, right? So it's really important that you understand what you're heading towards or what your core values are, especially in relation to where you've been, right? This is really you paving the way or the steps now for the long-awaited or the long-held visions and dreams, and watching them sort of come to pass or unfold over time. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, this may actually be stuff around a divorce, partnerships coming to an end. Doesn't necessarily have to be yours. It could be somebody else's, but there are a lot of talks around this kind of thing this week. And I think the reason being is because you know that this change, these shifts and these changes that are happening now, they're vital for your success to move forward, right? And I have to say, this is one of those very rare times where there is a potential for you to miss the bus. If you've been with me long enough, you know I hate saying that to people because I always feel like there are always ample opportunities for growth, right? But if there is a specific opportunity that shows up for you specifically this week, there isn't another shot on this, right? You're either in or you're out, and that's kind of how it's going to shape up. For your love and relations, you've got the Page of Swords. For a select few of you, not all of you, for a select few of you, this will be either you or your significant other asking for a divorce. There is a change of circumstances here, a change of status. You know, this is you sort of really putting things in place to say, okay, I think we're done here. Now, another way that this could also show up, though, is for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments and things are actually good, this could be you and your partner working on an idea or a business idea or a business venture of some sort that literally has the ability to change your lives. And the way that this will happen, the way that this comes about, is by you two really getting over yourselves and saying, okay, you know what, we need to be a united front because this is going to require every bit of brain power that we have. The Ace of Swords, the Page of Swords, the Queen of Swords, this is all air, this is all mind, it's all contracts, it's all ideas, it's all concepts. If you and your partner are not on the same page this week, you're headed for Splitsville. If you and your partner are not on the same page this week, it will cost you financially, right? If this is that you have to eat some humble pie, if this is that you have to go out of your way and draw a fucking 1,500 point diagram to get your partner to the place that you are so that you're both on the same page, do whatever it takes. But this week, get the fuck on board with your partner. Get your relationship into gear, because if you don't, you're going to miss what looks like potentially the opportunity of a lifetime. And if you've been with me long enough, you know I do not say things like that very lightly, okay? Now, for those of you that are single, this is probably going to be a meeting of minds, right? It will be, for some of you, this will literally be the blast from the past because it's the Judgment card, right? So, and look, it's all air. It's the Page of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. This is going to be the message on LinkedIn. This is going to be the message on Facebook, the message on Instagram. It's going to be, you know, that person from your past reaching out to say, hi, how are you doing? What have you been up to? All of that kind of stuff. You are either assimilating the lesson and you're looking at them and thinking, wow, yeah, that's where I was when I was dating you, and I'm certainly not fucking there now. Or you continue on, right? It's completely up to you. Only you will know what is right for you. Personally, I'm going to keep it moving. For your money and materials, you have the Four of Cups. Okay. The plot thickens, right? This backs up everything that I was talking about. That Four of Cups, aside from all of its other meanings, can literally represent emotional stagnancy or where we are in a self-imposed funk in some way, shape or form. Everything, including life, is conspiring to snap you out of said funk, because there are surprises on the horizon that can be very beneficial or change your life in some way, shape, or form. The only thing that stands in the way of this is you. All right. So this week, you got to get out of your feels, into your head, make some tough choices, and stick to them. All right. It really is as clear as day. Now, specifically when it comes to your finances, watch out for emotional spending this week, because it could be rife. I would also consider where you are putting your money for the long term. So things like your investments, things like your pension, all of that good stuff. This is a really good week to think about those things. If you've got a mortgage already, this would be a good time to think about shopping around if you know you're coming to the end of your current one. If you are looking for a mortgage or you're planning to buy a home or anything like that, this could bode very, very well for you. But again, you've got to stay out of your feels on this one. I'm not saying don't use your intuition. I'm saying don't be in your emotions or in your feelings when you're making this decision. All right. Now, that being said, the lunar lacuna is open still. Remember, it's a rolling pattern. So basically, you join when you want, you can leave when you want. But it is monthly. It's manifesting with the moon, using energy work and all of that good stuff. It would be lovely to have you. You can check out all of that on the links in the description box below. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this is your stomach. This with the Judgment card, I think a lot of you have reached a point where you are ready to start doing something about a chronic health issue. So whether this is around your skin for some of you, or like a stomach or a gut issue or whatever, but it's something that's chronic, something that you've been dealing with for a while. I think this week you reach a point with it where you say, you know what, I'm going to do something about this. When it comes to your home and environment, the Four of Cups, there's a ripple that's moving out through the family this week, and it will be interesting to see what it is and how it shapes up. I don't think this is necessarily about just the living situation, although, as I said, if you're buying or purchasing a property or remortgaging or whatever, it's likely to be that. I do feel for a lot of you, this will be something to do with a specific person within the familial ties. All right, with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.